and something to do with all these business cards that I've collected. We all have high hopes and intentions of taking your business cards when you go to a trade show or an event, maybe a Chamber of Commerce event or a networking group. You want to come back and do something with those cards. Contact the people that you've met and hopefully capture them as a customer. But I never have time to do that. So in looking around, I've thought about buying a scanner. Scanners run $100, $150, up to $300 a piece. And then you have all the time it takes to actually scan the cards in. Well, I tried a couple scanners, and what I found is that they all basically do the same thing. You put your card in there and you scan it, and for the most part they will capture the name, the telephone number, and the address. But beyond that, you always have issues with the formatting, trying to get email addresses, websites. They are the software that they use identifies and captures text, but it's not always right. So you have to go in and edit that information, and a lot of times rekey the information to make sure it's right. To go through a couple hundred cards, it looked like it was going to take me 3 or 4 hours to do this, and I personally don't have that amount of time to do or to scan cards on a regular basis. I just don't have that much time. So I got to looking around, and I found this great service on the internet called CardsToContact. A young lady has started this business. She is getting ready to graduate high school, going to college, and in talking with her, I found that her services to scan, data entry, and edit all the information from your cards is just a super function. It relieves my time of having to buy a scanner, and it also relieves me from having to do all the work. So what I did was I sent my 300 cards to CardsToContact, and overnight they were able to scan all the information in. They edited everything that was on the cards, and they sent me back a Outlook's contacts folder or a file that had all of my cards in there. When I double click the button, all the information is imported directly into my Outlook's file, and I also have images of the actual card. So if you take this card here, for instance, this is the Nahart Group, David Trahan out of Cumming, Georgia. So if I want to send this card, this actual card, to another customer of mine or do a referral, I can email him that information. I could also take my Outlook's file and I can integrate it or sync it up with my BlackBerry or your PDA. So that way you have all the information on your Outlook's file, you have all the information on your PDA. I also found that the data that she sent me in an Excel format, comma separated values, it will import straight into send out cards and other mail services. So I don't have to sit there and retype or re-enter the data into that other service. I can merely import that in. The greatest thing I found to this is that the cost, other than how nice the contacts are and usability, is the cost. $75 is all she charges for up to 300 business cards. So if you're looking for a way to do something with all these business cards and you don't really have the time or the energy to sit down for 3 or 4 hours and scan them and edit them and get them all ready, or if you just don't want to buy a scanner, I would strongly suggest that you go to mycardscanner.com. That's mycardscanner.com. That is the website for CardsToContact, and you can mail or take by your cards over to their office in Gainesville, Georgia. If you'd like to mail them to them, they'll process your cards, get them all ready, and email you all the results back by the next day. Following that, they merely stuck all my cards in an envelope and mailed them to me. Really simple, really easy. I was able to get all my data imported and scanned quicker than it would have taken me to go to Office Depot, buy the scanner, come back, set it up, learn how to use the software, and then do all the work. 24